Carpenter here again, here in my very own kitchen. This really is my kitchen. I'm here with episode 5 of CarbSmart's Dana Carpenter's Low Carb for Life. Once again, low carb cooking show and some basic cooking skills in general. Today we are going to learn how to cook a steak in a cast iron skillet. Why do you need to learn how to cook a steak in a cast iron skillet? Well, because some of you, of course, live in places where it gets cold in the winter and you don't really want to go out and barbecue, although I know there are some Weber fanatics who will go out and barbecue in the snow. I know because I grew up next to one of those people. Dr. Sinclair, I love you. And also some of you, of course, live in the city where you might not have a place to have a grill. And sometimes you just, I want something quick and easy. You don't want to take the time for a grill. You can cook your steak in the broiler, of course, but personally I think searing in a hot skillet gives you a superior result. So, you start with a cast iron skillet, works best, and you turn it on to very high heat. Take a look, nice, very high heat. And we're gonna let that heat up for a few minutes. So we're gonna cut away for a few minutes, and we'll be back when my skillet's good and hot. Okay, my skillet is now literally smoking hot. You can actually, if you look closely, you may be able to see smoke rising from it. I am seasoning my steak with just some commercial steak seasoning. This one's called Kansas City steak seasoning. The Montreal steak seasoning is very similar. You could just use a little salt and pepper, some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, whatever you happen to like. Doesn't really matter. There we go. Now, need some fat in the skillet. So I'm going to add our favorite. Do I keep using bacon grease? Why, yes. Yes, I do. There we go. Get some bacon grease in the skillet. Slosh it around. Okay. Slosh it around a little more. Being very careful not to burn myself. Okay. And we throw in our steak. Good, satisfying sizzle. Now, we are going to set this timer. And I'm going to set it, given the thickness of this steak and the fact that it is at room temperature, I'm going to go with 5 minutes, but I'm going to check it at 4. Do not do this without setting a timer unless you are considerably more organized and aware than I, because you will cremate your steak. I find that timing is one of the most important things to doing a steak this way. Okay, we're going to let this cook for a few minutes and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. Our steak has been cooking for about 4.5 minutes. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Aha! See that? This is why we do it in a skillet. We've got a beautiful sear. So let's turn it over. Press it down so that it's in contact all the way around. And let's set this timer. I don't want to overdo it. I'm a fan of my steak being medium rare. So let's set it for 3 minutes. And let it go. And again, it's nice to press it down. You see it's curling a little. So if you press it down like that, you can keep it in contact with the skillet. And we may as well just come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. Let's see how our steak. We got a beautiful sear on the other side too. Now, I like my steak medium rare, so I'm going to just sear the edges. You don't have to do this. This is just a way to get a nice brown edge all the way around. But I'd like to point out, by the way, that this is a ribeye, which is my favorite cut of steak. Why is a ribeye my favorite cut of steak? Because it's fatty, which makes it tender and tasty. And also good for me. Now, grass-fed steak is superior for you. This is not a grass-fed. This is from the grocery store. But I would also like to tell you that Dr. Peter Ballerstedt, who is, of all things, a forage agronomist, that is to say, he studies forage crops, says that even grain-finished beef is largely grass-fed up until the last 4 to 6 weeks. And the omega-3 levels are not that different. So that's nice to know. If you can afford grass-fed, great. If not, that's okay. Now we need to let this steak rest for a couple of minutes, and you can see from the pink juices leaking out that it's still going to be pink in the middle, maybe even red right in the center. So it will take you a little work to figure out exactly how long you like it to get it done to your liking. Also, it of course will depend on the thickness of the steak. This one's about 1 inch thick. I actually kind of like inch and a half thick, but they didn't have any of those at the grocery store today. And you will learn instinctively. You also can learn to press it and feel how done it is. So we're going to let this sit for about 2 minutes, and then we'll cut into it and see what we got. Okay, we're back to our steak. It's had about 2 minutes to rest to let the juices settle in. Let's see what we've got here. We're going to cut right smack into the middle. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's a perfect medium rare. See, that right there, that is the reason I'm a low carber. Because that is my idea of health food, and it should be yours as well. A steak, a good salad, a glass of dry red wine perhaps, and there you go. I challenge you to feel sorry for yourself. So try pan searing a steak next time you want one, and I think you'll really like what you get.